Relax. Now everything is going to be alright, I promise you that. My name is Thomas Infante and you are watching Infinite Clips. Here, my goal of this channel is to grow, and while I am growing, I want to help you guys grow. While I am learning stuff on this journey, I want to share this journey with you. And I want to be growing as you are growing. I want to see you growing as I'm growing. Let's not ignore the fact that a lot of people are probably self-quarantining right now. And maybe you're living in fear. Maybe you've been living in fear since you're 5-year-old. I know that a lot of people do live in fear, right? You just see it on the news. I don't think I've seen one positive thing on the news in has to be 10 years, but I don't watch the news anymore. Why don't I watch the news anymore? They promote fear. So much of the media promotes fear, and so many people live their lives based off of fear. Fear of what could happen. Our feelings of fear could be what holds us back from being the best possible versions of ourselves and going for our dreams. Could hold us back from being our real authentic selves. Fear is an energy. Fear is a vibration. And that fear is very low compared to love, which is a very high vibration. When I say vibration, I just mean the level of energy that emotion holds. As everything is always moving, the inside of us is always moving, our electricity is moving, and our electricity is less powerful in fear than love, as many of you probably feel and understand. And if you are trying to be your greatest, happiest, most joyful self today, you can't do it from a place of fear, because it's simply impossible. You have to escalate your vibration to love. If you want to do that, you're in the right place, because I'm here to share 3 tips today of how you can completely eliminate fear from life and live your greatest, happiest self. Let's get right into them right now. Hit the subscribe and bell notification right now, because I'm going to be sharing so much secrets and hidden gems. Number 1, I want you to understand that fear is an illusion that does not actually exist. Now, love is not an illusion. Love actually exists. Love is light. You can even love in darkness. Love is what makes people feel good. But fear is not an actual thing that exists. Fear is based off of illusion. And if you can realize that all your fears are actually illusions that don't exist, you can detach from the thoughts and you can become your greatest self. Every day I live out my authentic self. I live freely, I live beautifully, and I enjoy life. I have minimal fears. See, fear is an illusion that the brain creates. It is a product of our ego. And our ego is what we self-identify as. And it is all those teachings we have had since we were 5 till today. All the beliefs that society has instilled on us is what our ego really comprises out of. And our ego can tell us things that aren't really true. Our ego can tell us, you're supposed to be this person, you are this way, and you cannot change because this is your identity. This is not true. This is an illusion of the ego. In the real sense, we are all love and light with infinite potential. And anything that we are fearing is created in the mind. It is not real, and it is based upon past beliefs of how you should be, the ways that schools, teachers, religions, and parents have instilled on us is what these fears are based off of. So if you want to break out of your fear, understand that you are not your ego and you are not your past beliefs. You are not the illusion of what everyone else wanted you to be. You are who you are now, and you have that choice. Choose love over fear. A second way that you can eliminate your fears is to understand and observe where they are coming from, and not attach to that in which they are coming from. Your fears are based off something. A lot of the times it is a past trauma. Maybe you have a trouble of speaking and you have a fear of speaking and being your true self in front of people. Maybe it's because you were judged when you were younger, and that belief planted a seed in your brain which has grown into a fear. Maybe your parents told you you have to be a certain way and gave you a punishment if you were not that way. A fear could come from that. What you can do to eliminate fears today is you can sit with your fear and just observe it. Do not attach from it, but look at it straight in the face. Imagine that fear was a body. Imagine that fear had a body and a face. And you could look into that face and you could say, where are you coming from? Observe where this fear is coming from. And then maybe you'll remember a certain memory that your teachers actually ridiculed you, for example. Well, you can observe how that happened, and then you can break the illusion that that is not you anymore, and you can lose attachment. If you understand where that fear is coming from, because you're open to hearing from it, you can detach from that fear, and you can decide to never ever let that fear get to you again. And if you understand where it's coming from, you can look at it every time that is coming up, that fear, and you can understand that you don't have to be attached to it, because that's something that's past, and that is no longer you. Observe your fears, and just don't attach to them. It's that simple. That's not who you are. You're way greater than that. You are love, you are light, you are intelligence. And the last tip I'm going to be talking about in this video to eliminating your fears is simply to change your perspective to a place of love. Change your state of being to a place of love. Fear cannot exist in a place of love. But love also can't exist where there is fear. Simply, you have control over nothing in this universe except for your own state of being. You have control of your mind. And you can flip your brain from something negative, you can flip it into something positive. If a certain fear arises, love that fear. Thank it for coming. Welcome it. I know it sounds counterintuitive, like, oh, just let my fear be there? Just listen to my fear? Understand it and love it? But when you are sending your fear love and you are sending it light, you are understanding that you are imperfect, and that's okay. It is just something that is trying to show you something. It is an illusion, and you are loving it, you're sending it love and forgiveness. And it won't be there anymore once you forgive it. Because humans love to blame themselves many times a day for things that they really shouldn't be, for things that they aren't in control of. When you forgive yourself, when you change your perspective to that of loving everything, you really start to eliminate your fears and you start to be free in this matrix. You start to break out of the matrix of fear, the matrix of the old belief system that we've been holding for thousands of years. Fear other people is what they're promoting right now. Love other people. Love yourself. Don't fear anything. You don't have to. You can change your perspective into that of love. For example, if your fear is of what could happen, what's going to happen, and you're fearing that, well, instead, it's actually as easy as loving. Love what could happen. Love the unexpected. Be excited for what could happen. You really have two choices of your perspective towards anything. Love or fear. You could fear what's going to happen, or you could love and be excited for what's going to happen. You could fear a certain person not liking you, or you could send them love. and understand that that is a reflection of something that you actually don't like in yourself. And then there's knowledge to be gained from that. And you can learn to benefit yourself when you start loving everything that arises. Where there is fear, send love. And then we'll all just be growing. Guys, thank you for wanting to grow along with me. If you're actually at this point in the video, it means you're really invested in your greater self. And I just want to thank you for doing that, because the world needs more love. The world needs more leaders, and the world needs a change. So thank you for watching these videos and wanting to change your whole life. I do encourage you to subscribe and hit the bell notification just so you can see when I have a new video out, and maybe it could change your day, which in turn can change your life. Peace, I love you. Namaste till the next time. Namaste. You always hear that, right? Well, it literally means the soul in me sees the soul in you.